Okay, so this is a tutorial on how you can start mining Bitcoin instantly. Um, just checking if this is working. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so this is a tutorial on how you can start mining Bitcoin instantly with a service called Hashflare, which is a cloud mining service. If you're not really familiar with what exactly Bitcoin is, I'll just give you a little bit of a background so that you know what exactly it is. Um, Bitcoin is a digital currency that is developed on blockchain technology. It's not a scam, it's not a pyramid scheme, it has nothing to do with network marketing. It's an actual technology, it's an actual currency that is developed on blockchain technology. I'm not going to get into the details of blockchain because that can also be very time consuming. Now, the current rate of Bitcoin, if you're to check it out, it's about $17,369 per Bitcoin. And at the start of this year, one Bitcoin was going for about $1,000. So that's a very huge increase. If you had invested in Bitcoin at that time, if you'd invested $1,000, you'd probably be having about 17,000 right now. So how do Bitcoins come into existence? They don't actually exist in a physical form because, as I said before, it's a digital currency. And so to bring them into existence, it's through a process called mining. Now, mining Bitcoins is basically just setting up your computer to be able to solve complex math problems. And once your computer solves the complex math problems, you get rewarded by being given Bitcoins. So because the math problems are a bit complex, they require very good computing power for you to be able to solve them. And the computing power required to mine Bitcoins is basically it's measured in hashes, and um, 1,000 kilo hashes is equal to one mega hash, and 1,000 mega hash is equal to 1 gigahash, and 1,000 gigahashes is equal to 1 terahash. So there are a number of options if you want to mine Bitcoin. Initially, when Bitcoin just came into existence in about 2009, you could actually just use your normal computer or laptop to start mining Bitcoin. That was because at the time the difficulty to solve the math problems was pretty low, and nowadays it's pretty high. So there are three options that you can, if you wanted to mine Bitcoin, that you would you can choose between. The first one is to actually set up your own mining rig. Now, what's a mining rig? It looks something like this. This is just a normal computer. It's got a motherboard over here. It's got a power supply. It's got the CPU somewhere in there, and then it's got RAM chip somewhere in there. And these things that you're seeing at the top over here, these are basically graphics cards. Now this one has 6 graphics cards that you're seeing over here. And the reason that this computer has so many graphics cards is because mining Bitcoins is easier when you're using a graphics card rather than when you're using a processor, just the CPU or the processor. Now, uh, this thing can cost you about $3,000 to $4,000 to set up. And one of the problems with this is that it's a bit technical to set up. So if you're not very tech savvy, you might not be able to do it. There are a lot of tutorials on how you can set up your own mining rig like this. And another issue with this is that because the graphics card are running most of the time, if you're going to set it up, you're probably going to set up this thing to run 24 hours a day. And so because the graphics card are running 24 hours a day and they're being utilized 24 hours a day, they're going to produce a lot of heat. So you need to be able to cool it down as well. And another problem with this is that it's actually going to be not very power efficient, and bill is likely to go very much higher. And but given all things, you can still be profitable with this. Although it's just because of the hustle of setting it up and finding a mining pool and starting to mine with this and doing the configs and everything. I just not really prefer it. Another easier option is to get a dedicated mining machine, they're being produced by this company called Bitmain. Now, so the latest miner is called the Antminer S9. Just open up the page. Okay. So the Antminer S9 is basically similar to what this is, but what the mining rig over here is. But instead of this is an actual computer that you can use for normal computing purposes. Now this one is a dedicated one that actually just does Bitcoin mining. Now, if you're to look in the specifications, you'll see that usually it produces about 14 terahashes per second. That's a mining power of this, and the power consumption is about 1400 watts. So if you're to go into this, if you wanted to know how many Bitcoins you'd earn with this, you'd just come into this website, which is coinwars.com, go to mining calculators, Bitcoin, and then put in your stats over here. So as you can see, this Bitmain Antminer S9, it can produce a maximum of 14 terahashes. So I'd put 14 terahashes, 14,000 gigahashes. So I'd put in 14,000, and the power consumption on the 14 terahashes is about 1400 watts. So I'd put in 1400 watts, and the pool fees is usually about 1 to 3%, 3% being on the higher side. So I'll put that in at about 3. You can put in your power costs over here, yeah, and the block reward is usually about 12.5. And the Bitmain Antminer S9 will cost you about okay, it's currently out of stock, but last time I checked, it was about $1,500 just for the miner, and then you need to get a power supply along with that. So that is another about the power supply costs $200, and so about $1,700 just to get that. So if you calculate the how much profit would you, if you would actually be profitable. So on a daily basis, you'd be making about $40 with the current price of Bitcoin, and you'd be consuming about $3 in power costs, and pool fees would be about $1. So net profit would be about $35 daily. On a weekly basis, you'd be getting about $250, and on a monthly, you'd be getting about $1,000. Now, if so that means the break-even time is just about slightly less than 2 months. So for the first 2 months, you'd probably just be getting your investment back. It's a really good investment, and if you're able to purchase it, I'd say go ahead. And in a year, you'd be able to get about $13,000 on a investment of $1,700, which is pretty awesome if you ask me. Now, what's the problem with this Bitmain Antminer S9 is that it's most of the time is out of stock. As you can see, even now it says over here coming soon. And another problem is the delivery timelines. Now, delivery timeline is last time when I placed an order in November, they're going to deliver that batch in January. So that's about 2 months of waiting. And actually, they're going to deliver it in February because they start shipping it out end of January. So right now it's not even available, and then there's that really long shipping time that's a bit discouraging. And although it's really profitable still, if you are able to get it, the other option is to just go to eBay and buy it, and you'd be able to get it at about $3,000 to $4,000. Now, because of the waiting time and delivery time of this, I'm not really a big fan of it. And so the other day I just came across this service which is called Hashflare. Now, Hashflare is a cloud mining service which will give you basically lease out their hardware to you for about 1 year, and you can use their hardware to mine it. Now, the fees on these on Hashflare is slightly higher. If you look over here, I put in the mining calculator, I'd put in the pool fees of about 3%. Now, the advantages of Hashflare is that you can actually get started instantly, start mining instantly. And I'll just I'll sign up for a new account just now, just to demonstrate how you go about that. And one thing I forgot to mention in the video is how do you store Bitcoins. Now, to be able to store Bitcoins, you need a wallet because they don't actually exist physically. So you need a digital wallet. There are different types of Bitcoin wallets, and there's so many websites out there that offer you wallets. You can also download one on your desktop or your laptop. You can also download on your mobile phone. You can have a cold storage wallet. You can have an offline wallet. So because of the ease of sign up um, and the speed with which you can sign up on freewallet.org, I just prefer to use freewallet.org. So if you wanted to sign up on Free Wallet, I just go to register, put in my email, select a password. So accept the terms, and then I'd click register. Okay, so this is the dashboard of the Free Wallet. This is how it looks like, and you've got different digital currency wallets over here that you can choose from depending on what you want to receive. So we want to store Bitcoins over here, so we go to Bitcoin and we say receive, and then it will generate an address for you. One thing to remember is that you'll need to confirm your email address. They'll just send you a confirmation. Okay, that's taking a bit of time. I don't know why that is. Okay, just trying to go in and reload it. Bitcoin Cash, then Bitcoin. Okay, that's taking too much time. I don't know why that is, but usually just generates it immediately like it did for, this is a different currency. It's called Bitcoin Cash. This is the wallet address. The Bitcoin wallet address is also something, it looks very similar, but it'll definitely have different digits. So now to sign up on Hashflare, I just go to register. Wait for that. Okay, yeah, there you go. It's generated the your wallet address, and you can you can, if you wanted to receive bitcoins from anyone, you just give them this address, and and they'd be able to transfer the bitcoins to you using this address. So on Hashflare, if you wanted to register, it's very easy. Just put in your details and in January 1, 9, 10, 9. Okay. Okay, now this is how the dashboard of Hashflare looks like, and you'll also need to confirm your email for Hashflare. So you just check your email, and they'll probably send you a link which you need to click and confirm your email. So the first thing I need to do is to go into my settings and put in my Bitcoin wallet address, so that once I start mining with Hashflare, I can actually receive the Bitcoins in my wallet. So if you see, I just copied from here the wallet address and just pasted it over here, and then I click save. And I'd go back to the dashboard. Okay, you may want to add a Bitcoin. I thought I just did that. I need to usually when you change the Bitcoin address that you're going to receive your Bitcoins in, they send you another confirmation email. So I'm just going to go back and confirm that as well. Okay, I'm just doing the confirmations on my mobile phone. Okay, now let's go back to dashboard. Okay, I'll just try and reload it because I've already confirmed that email. Okay. Still saying I need to add a Bitcoin address, which it's not really showing that on the wallet, and saying I've already added one successfully. Maybe just a syncing error or something. Now, on Hashflare, you can actually purchase different types of mining contracts. They all last 1 year, and you can be able to mine different cryptocurrencies. So this SHA-256 is meant for Bitcoin mining. The script is meant for Litecoin mining. ETHAsh is meant for Ethereum mining, and Equihash is meant for Zcash mining. There are more details on different cryptocurrencies over here on coinmarketcap.com. And so right now what we want to do is we want to start mining Bitcoins. So if I go over here to SAH256, I've got 0 terahashes, and I just go to the cart icon, and then I could start with anything. I mean, I could start with about even $50, which is very little. Okay, so about $51, I get 340 gigahashes. So to be able to see how much I'd actually make if I was to purchase the 340 gigahashes from Hashflare, I'd just come to the calculator, Bitcoin mining calculator. I'd put in 340 gigahashes. My power cost will be about zero, and sorry, the power consumption will be zero. The power cost will be zero because Hashflare takes that in out from the maintenance fee. So the maintenance fee on Hashflare is basically for maintaining the hardware that they're leasing out to you for 1 year, and it's also for the power cost that they incur. And usually it is about 15%. And the hardware cost in this case is just $51. Is it? Let me see. Yeah, $51. So if I click calculate, so with a $51 investment, I'd be making about $24 in a month, and in a year, I'd be making about $303. What if I was to increase this power slightly and get to maybe say 1 terahash, which costs, I think, is it $150? Yeah. So 1 terahash is equal to 1,000 gigahashes. So that's what I'd put in there. The pool fees is 15. The block reward usually varies a little bit, and my hardware cost this time would be $150. So how much would I make on a $150 investment? In a month, I'd be making about $73. I'd break in about 2 months, and in an year, I'd be making about $900, which is very, very good for a for a um, for a $150 investment. Supposing I was to invest a little bit more and say I'd get about 4 terahashes in $615, actually 600, I think it is. Yep, 4 terahashes in about $600. I just go to 4 terahashes, 4,000 gigahashes. The rest of the details remain the same, and you just click calculate. So, okay, sorry, this is the hardware cost goes to $600. Okay, so on a $600 investment, I'd be making $3,500 a year. Now, what are the variables in this? The first variable is actually um, the price of Bitcoin. The price of Bitcoin fluctuates a little bit, but it's been on an upward trend for quite some time. Actually, let me just show you the chart over here. Okay, so at the start of about in January 2017, the price of Bitcoin was about $1,000. You can see from here the price in on 16th January 2016 was about $826. Now it's been on a serious upward trend since then, and current prices are about $18,000 per Bitcoin, $18,000 per Bitcoin. So if the price of the Bitcoin was to keep increasing, my annual Bitcoin earning would be about on a $600 investment, my earnings would be about 0.23 Bitcoin. So if the price was to increase, this figure will increase. If the price was to decrease, this figure will decrease. And so now back to Hashflare, I just go to after selecting the required power, I just go to proceed, and I'd select my payment method, which you can pay with Bitcoins, you can pay with your balance, you can pay with wire transfer and credit card. Credit card is the easiest and the fastest way. So after selecting credit card, you just come to confirm and click agree with the terms and conditions, and then click confirm. Okay, after you put in your card details over here, you just click pay and you'd be able to purchase your hashes. Now, I'd already purchased hashes on my other account, and I'll just show you what exactly is going on it. Okay, so this one, if I go to my dashboard, I purchased 1 terahash about 2 days ago, and then yesterday again I purchased 2 extra terahashes. So that I just started out by testing with 1 terahash, and then once I got the payout, I bought in a further 2 terahashes. So I currently have about 3 terahashes in total. And if I was to go to my history and see how much I've actually earned up to now, okay, so I started mining on 14th of December, and I earned about 0.0001496, and the maintenance fee was about 0.002137. So I ended up with about 0.000128 Bitcoins. So if I was to see how much I earned with, okay, so this was in the first day. I only had 1 terahash at the time, and let's see how much I earned. I made about $2.2 at on the first day, and then after that, I've purchased 2 extra terahashes, and they're also mining on. They're also continuing to mine, although it hasn't been a full day yet. I just purchased them yesterday, so I still have to wait and see. So now, if I go back to, yeah. Okay, so on my account on 3 terahashes, which is 3,000 gigahashes, my block reward I just put in a conservative 12.5%, and my pool fees of about 15%, and my hardware cost of $450. And if I was to calculate, I'd be getting about $219 a month. So I'd take about 2 months again to break even, and then and then after that, I'd be making profits. In the year, I'd be earning about $2,600, which is excellent if you ask me for a $450 investment. And the price of Bitcoin is very, very likely to keep shooting up. And so this figure might go up or down depending on the price of Bitcoins. So yeah, that's all. If you want to sign up for Hashflare, I'm going to leave a referral link in down below. So if you found this video useful, please sign up for Hashflare using my referral link. So I'd also be able to just get more hashes with if any of you were to use my referral link to sign up for this. So that's all. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, just drop them by in the comments, or yeah, just drop them by in the comments.